One team is known for the Pee Wee 12U Premier Select Championship game at the United Center on March 9th. And tonight, we're going to determine who Rockford will play in that championship game, as the number 1 seed Peoria Junior Mustangs will take on the Ice Dogs here on the NIHL Game of the Week, the NIHL Blackhawks Tournament Special Edition Premier Select 12U. Hello, everyone. This is Eric Willowite along with my partner, Aaron Schellen. We're coming to you live from the Glacier Ice Arena here in Vernon Hills, Illinois, where the Premier Select playoffs have been held. We already had 2 games today, Aaron, and this is game 3. This is our second game in the 12U to determine the other side of that bracket winner. Maybe.
Maybe. Yes, maybe.
Right, and that is a big maybe because we had the Peoria Junior Mustangs, the number 1 favorites, as they defeated the Ice Dogs 8-2. That was on Friday night, but they're facing off again because the Ice Dogs won another overtime game on Saturday by the score of 6-5 over the Irish Rovers. So both of the Ice Dogs games against the Irish Rovers went to overtime. You feel bad for the Rovers, but you know, the Ice Dogs just know how to play in that overtime scenario, and that brings them here with another face-off against the Junior Mustangs.
Yeah, 2 very different games. That first game on Thursday was a 2-1 overtime victory, and then a lot of offense yesterday, the 6-5 win over the Irish Rovers. But it's very simple, Eric. If the Junior Mustangs win, they will advance to the United Center to take on the Rockford Roadrunners, the number 3 seed, who won earlier today in pretty convincing fashion, 4-0 over the Joliet Jaguars. So if they win, if Peoria wins, it'll be Peoria and Rockford on March 9th. If the Ice Dogs win, we're not done yet. They come back tomorrow night for a winner-take-all, so to speak, game 3 of their series.
Now, on paper, if that scenario happens, Aaron, they have it scheduled as a 7:40 game, but I wonder, as they did today, since the 6:10 game is not going to happen, I wonder if they move that one up.
Yeah, we will see. Well, we'll see what happens, but we got 45 minutes of hockey here ahead of us.
Yes, we do. And then if you take a look at the standings, you can just get a quick look at how these teams got there. Again, you can see the Peoria Junior Mustangs coming in with 15 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties, 125 goals scored on the season, 31 goals against. So you were talking about it in the previous game of how we were impressed with Rockford's play, but what you saw out of Peoria yesterday, that really tells the tale. They were a plus 94.
Yeah, their plus-minus difference, Eric, in goals for and goals against was more than any other team had goals during the regular season. So it was an impressive performance by this Junior Mustangs team during the regular season.
Yeah, both on offense and defense. Rockford, the Ice Dogs coming in with a record of 7-5-6 after the regular season. 20 points, 51 goals scored, 64 against for a minus 13. But here they are extending their stay in the tournament as we get to move along here and get ready for our championship. The Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, Michigan, and Wisconsin. This is the 55th season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the Squirt, Pee Wee, Bantam, and Midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL partners with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's NIHL Blackhawks tournament. That is what you are watching right now. The games this weekend are critical in deciding which teams will reach the NIHL Championship games held at the United Center on March 9th. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Scott Larson, the NIHL Vice President, or visit the website at nihl.info.
This is a very short and sweet Mustangs roster. They don't have a deep roster, but the players they have are all pretty darn good. So short bench, but a talented squad nonetheless.
Yeah, and those numbers prove it for that regular season. So both teams wrapping up their warm-ups here.
This has been a fun 3 days, Eric. We've seen, I mean, even in some of the games, like the last game was a 4-0 win for the Rockford Roadrunners, but it was 2-0, right up until the last minute or so when Rockford scored a couple of goals. It's been a fun weekend. We haven't really seen any blowouts at all, except, well, I take that back. The one game that sort of got out of hand was this one on Friday night. So we'll see if the Ice Dogs can bounce back from that. But it's been a fun 3 days. It's been a lot of hockey, man, and it's been some good performances.
So we're just about set to get ready to go. The Peoria Junior Mustangs will be in their dark blue uniforms with the white and light blue trim, or gray around that, I would say. That's kind of, I don't know what you would compare that to. We like to compare them to NHL uniforms. I don't know.
The Ice Dogs jerseys?
No.
Oh, I like the numbers on the back. It's got like that spray paint, like, gridded number pattern. It's unique. It's certainly unlike anything we've seen.
Yeah. So, uniqueness. And then for the Ice Dogs, they will be going right to left to start things off in their light blue jerseys with dark pants and black numerals with gray trim around them, or silver trim. We get ready to go. Oh, actually, I'm mixed up. Wrong ways. The Ice Dogs in the dark.
Yes.
All right. I'm confusing myself already. Ice Dogs is going left to right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why when you asked me, I said the Ice Dogs. You went no. I went, no. We're talking about Peoria.
Peoria Mustangs in the light blue. So already off to a flying start here. All right, we're underway here in the Glacier Ice Arena. Peoria Junior Mustangs and the Ice Dogs. The Ice Dogs bring the puck up ice. Taken down at the blue line, tumbling down. Peoria will go the other way. Entering the zone with some speed, and fanning on that shot was Blake Crebo. And he'll go after it along the near boards. Well, he came in that zone with some speed. And now over to the near boards, and it's going to be thrown outside the zone. Deflecting that over to the far boards was Matthew Killian, as Peoria will get some early changes. Both teams doing some changes here. And bring it out over the near boards. Junior Mustangs get it out to center. Sackett has to wait, and just didn't wait long enough. Cut to the center, but in ahead of the play was Joseph O'Connell, so that'll be an offsides against Peoria.
And if you're the Ice Dogs here, Eric, I think you withstand the initial rush of this Peoria Junior Mustangs team. Again, a team that beat you 8-2 just a couple of days ago, and you withstand the rush, you get your legs underneath you here a little bit and just play your hockey. This is a team that scored 6 goals less than 24 hours ago, so the offensive capabilities are there.
In net for the Ice Dogs to our left, that is Jack Brueggemann. And to our right is
Ismail Goraya. Yeah, and it's an unusual, maybe not an unusual decision, but a coaching decision in goal down to our left. First 2 games of this playoff series were started by Brody Respecki, number 1 for the Ice Dogs. He was pulled midway through the 3rd period of game 3 yesterday, and they brought in Jack Brueggemann for the final, I'd say probably about the final 6 minutes of the 3rd period yesterday, and he'll get the nod here this afternoon.
So take a look on the bench. You can see, though, Respecki is in gear, so just like you said, a coaching decision to switch things up, but an unorthodox decision to kind of change it up in the middle of a third period.
Yeah, it was a weird of a game that went into overtime. I mean, it was a weird decision, but it worked.
Just a coach's feeling, I guess, as that shot never gets through off the stick of Bentley Dolan, one of the 2 Bentleys on Peoria. And that puck comes out to center now. Killian will gather it up at the center ice and bring it in. Top of the near circle, goes wide now, and is going to go behind the net. Killian circling all the way over to the far boards. And that puck is taken away, brought out of the zone by Nathaniel Zarnik. Peoria gets the puck back. They'll dump it back into Ice Dogs territory, and the Ice Dogs will immediately throw it out. Killian once more, missing connection there. And that's going to go inside the zone where Plaskett will field it. Now into the neutral zone. Knocked away at the blue line off of the stick of Graham Brewer. and then thrown right in front, but no one home in a light blue jersey, so that puck gets knocked out to center, and it's swept back in by Bentley Wally. There's the other Bentley. Farboard play, swept outside of the zone by Leo Steininger, and collected at the near wall by Jackson McAllister. McAllister has another whack at it. Ice Dogs trying to move it forward. They get it into Peoria zone temporarily. That's Miles Green. Green will carry the mail. Inside the Ice Dogs territory between the circles has the puck knocked away, but Wally almost had it, and now the Ice Dogs will break out. Inside the zone goes Lukemeyer. Pass trying to get it over to Brandon Spring was broken up by Peoria. Now they'll go the other way. Here's O'Connell. O'Connell had the puck rolled off his stick. Peoria recovers. On the near wall. At the near point, Killian throws it down low. Deflects over into the far corner. Ice Dogs will gain possession, but that one's going to go down for an icing call with 9:42 to go in the opening period.
Yeah, chance there for the Ice Dogs. Blake Boches had a goal yesterday. He was coming down. He had 3 skaters behind him, sort of looked over his shoulder, dropped the pass, but I don't know. Put the shot on goal here. You know, Goraya hasn't seen any rubber yet here in the first 5 minutes of this period. Let it go here in the early going. You don't want to get too fancy. You need to get pucks on net.
Fake. We got a whistle here.
I think we're just going to do the face-off again.
I guess so, yeah. Face-off to the left of Brueggemann. Ice Dogs win the draw. In the corner is Plaskett. Avery Plaskett. And falling on it is Brueggemann. They'll hold on for the whistle.
And Brueggemann saw that puck coming off the end boards and just dove on it as it squirted across the red line.
Plaskett went to go off, and then she's coming back on as it actually was Abrams who was coming off. Now here come the Ice Dogs, breaking outside the zone. It's Abrams. Shot, score! An early 1-0 lead for the Ice Dogs on the breakout.
Yeah, Michael Kleeman, that was the right time to make a pass there, Eric. A 2-on-1. Bertucci found Kleeman on the near side. Kleeman went back to the stick side of Goraya, and that is exactly what the Ice Dogs needed. A goal here early to get themselves going in the early going here.
And just a play at the far point in which Bertucci was able to get that puck past the right side defenseman, burst in with a head of steam, and then Kleeman followed up, got the pass and put it past Goraya for the 1-0 lead for the Ice Dogs. So exactly what you said, Aaron. Now there's a shot, and Brueggemann follows up with a save there. So he's seeing a couple pucks go his way.
Yeah, but that's why early in a game, Eric, if you get an opportunity to get a clean shot on goal, you want to take it.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to make things easy on the goalie and have him go, a half a period without seeing any shots. So if you get an opportunity going towards the goal, take it.
Ice Dogs going the other way again. Inside the zone goes Dunford, Connor Dunford. Puck rolls to the back wall, and Peoria will skate it up. Crebo with a head of steam. Oh, and then the Mustangs are offsides.
Yeah, and you see Matthew Killian talking to, I think it's Cord Sherry, who went offsides down here on the left wing, just telling him, man, you got to know where you are.
Yeah, that looked to be a promising rush, but denied. Now Brewer will take the draw for Peoria. Going up against shot. Oh, that one deflects wide. Inside the zone is Bernardini. Bernardini battling along that near corner. And Peoria gets it outside the neutral zone. It's dumped back in, but Bernardini was still inside the zone, so that's going to be an offsides against the Ice Dogs. 8:34 to go. It's a 1-0 lead for the Ice Dogs on the strength of the goal by Michael Kleeman, on the assist from Brendan Bertucci. Asman and Brewer in the circle, center ice face-off. And that's won by the Ice Dogs. Spring will dump it in. Here's McAllister now for Peoria. Behind the net, swings it the other way, trying to reach O'Connell. Now Peoria looking to break out, up ice. And that one's going to go all the way down, but it's deflected, so no icing called. Oh, that one deflected right on the doorstep, and they sneak it through. There wasn't a whole lot of room there as Brueggemann was trying to close that near post, but O'Connell was there just enough space to slip it past Brueggemann, and we're tied at 1.
Yeah, Brueggemann didn't see the puck initially, Eric. He was looking over his left shoulder while the puck was at the near post.
Right.
And by the time he got over to that near post, O'Connell was able to jam it inside. And just like that, the Mustangs get it even.
So 1-1 now with 8:07 remaining in the opening period. And again, the winner, well, if Peoria wins, they'll advance to the championship game at the United Center on March 9th. And if the Ice Dogs win, they're back at it here tomorrow, either at 6:10 or 7:50, I think.
Yeah, one of those sides. One of the after school.
After school.
After school,
right,
after work, yeah.
Make your plans accordingly. Face off outside the Ice Dog zone along the far boards. Crebo dumps it inside the zone and then chases after it. Crebo, stick handling, rolls it on net, and Brueggemann has to cover up. Boy, winning the draw, pushing it forward, getting it around at a defenseman, and Crebo generating some offense right off the draw.
Yeah, tried to just jam it in there at the far post, but that time Brueggemann did a nice job holding that post and not getting beat.
Face off to the left of Brueggemann. It's Crebo again. Peoria wins the draw, but it comes outside the zone. They'll have to circle back. Killian off the boards to Dolan. Now Crebo. Puck is laying there between the circles. And the Ice Dogs look to go the other way. They will. Here's Kleeman. He has the opening goal of the game to give the Ice Dogs that temporary 1-0 lead before O'Connell tied it up. Now Crebo passes it up to Dolan. Rolls off the stick. Fires a shot from that far edge of the near circle.
Brueggemann didn't know where it was, Eric. He was looking behind him. That puck landed in front of him.
Now here's Kleeman over the blue line. Flips it on net and heads for a change. Killian will pick up the loose puck and skate it forward and finds a connection with Crebo. Crebo's been out there a while. Crebo, far circle. Oh, right to the side of the net, unable to make the connection. And that puck will come up ice as Beam brings it in. Shoot, save made. Nice job by Garaya to make the pad save. He closed the pads early, and now here's Brewer. Brewer between the circles. Shoot, save made. Brueggemann.
Back and
Brewer
forth
gets
we
it
go.
back. Pushes it forward, stuffed in and scored. And the Ice Dogs, or the Peoria Junior Mustangs, take a 2-1 lead. That is Cord Cherry getting the goal and giving the Mustangs a 2-1 lead. We talked about Cherry was on that offside situation, kind of a tone for that here, and gets the goal with that scramble in front of Brueggemann to our left.
Another offensive chance created by Blake Crebo. He created the initial shot. Cherry was there for the rebound, tucked it in on the backhand, and Mustangs have taken the lead.
And that puck not dumped in. Bernardini gathers it up, fires. Oh, and that one was just ticketed for that far side, but Garaya making the save. Garaya looks like he has his legs underneath him as he's made a couple nice back-to-back saves.
Yeah, I really like that shot from Bernardini as well, Eric. Again, you get a little bit of space, fire it on goal.
Yeah. Garaya able to find that one. Now the cross-ice pass from Sackett goes over to the far wall. Ice Dogs trying to get it out, but Peoria keeps it in right in front of the net. Stuff and score. The centering attempt was from Bentley Wally. And the goal scorer there was Sackett, Jordan Sackett.
Yeah, this hasn't taken long, Eric. The Ice Dogs jumped out in front early, 1-0, and 3 goals here in about the last 5 minutes for the Junior Mustangs, and they've taken control of things here in the first.
So this is where, and there's still 5:47 to go in the opening period. This is where the Ice Dogs have to slow things down really and tighten up. Whether or not they get a second goal in this period, they just have to stop the bleeding right now. But easier said than done against these high-flying junior Mustangs. They're back at it. Inside the zone goes Wally. Wally skating around the blue line over to Killian, top of the near circle. That one's deflected down low by Luke Meyer. And now Peoria will try it again. Over to the far point, a little lifter from the stick of Miles Green into the glove of Jack Brueggemann. He holds on for the face. Man, that referee just yanked it out of the glove of Brueggemann. Must have dinner plans or something after this game. Face off to the left of Jack Brueggemann. 3-1 lead here for Peoria as the junior Mustangs have scored 3 unanswered goals to erase a 1-0 deficit and jump out front 3-1. Haven't had any penalties as of yet.
I got to say, Eric, I'm having some fun in the chat with some of the players and some of the previous games and some of the players who will be in some of our upcoming games.
All right.
I'm multitasking. I'm having a good time here today.
That's good. That's good. Good to see the other teams are engaged. I'm sure Rockford is in on the stream here, looking to see who they're going to play and doing some scouting, as it were.
Yeah, they got I know there are a couple of road runners in attendance watching this one.
Player knocked down from behind. And then that puck goes out to the neutral zone. Tracking it down will be Camden Abrams. Throws it up ice, does not get inside the zone. Now the Ice Dogs gather it up. Fired, and a shot save made there from Forlenza by Garaya. Again, Garaya's, after that first goal, looked pretty solid in net so far. Crebo, who's generated a lot of offense for the junior Mustangs, keeps it in. Centers it, cross ice pass, no one in particular there, and Spring will take it for the Ice Dogs. Comes up ice, taken by Beam. Beam between the circles. He's double team, goes down. Picked up by Crebo behind his own net. Backhands that up ice to find Bentley Dolan. Dolan far side, now goes between the circles, fires that one. Ooh, that was a heavy wrist shot that sailed over the head of Brueggemann, and now goes to the far boards where it's brought outside the zone by Dunford. Dunford stops and dumps it in as he heads for a change.
I do see a little bit different Ice Dogs team here. They're still down 3-1, but I'm seeing them create some offense that they really struggled to create in that game on Friday night. They're forcing some turnovers from Peoria, but this junior Mustangs offense is just so good.
Killian fires the puck on net. It's still loose. Brueggemann was down. He thought there should have been a whistle. He looked back at the referee. Referee's not going to help him out, though. Now Wally. That one goes behind the net now over to the far boards. Pinching in is Miles Green to keep that one down low. And taking the position at the far point is Jordan Sackett. Up ice they go. And dumping it in is Bernardini as he heads for a change. And gathering it up in that far corner is Jordan Sackett. Sackett to Brewer. Brewer eludes a defender. Brewer stick handling. Try to get between two defenders and does. And then the puck rolls over to the Ice Dogs and they'll bring it up ice. Cross ice pass, here they go. Feeding it from Bertucci over to Kleeman. And then a shot, and goes in! That's Luke Meyer.
Yeah. Again, creating some offensive chances, Eric. That's a hard shot by Luke Meyer that caught the inside of that near post and trickles in, and Brendan Bertucci was right there on the back door just in case that it stayed out of the net. But big goal for the Ice Dogs as they crawl back within one.
And that top line for the Ice Dogs with Bertucci, Kleeman, and Luke Meyer. Bertucci and Kleeman factoring in those first 2 goals, and then Luke Meyer joining the party here. It's 3-2. Yeah, this looks like this is going to be the type of game it has to be for the Ice Dogs. They're going to just have to keep up.
Yeah, they got to take some chances maybe defensively that they wouldn't otherwise take just to try to keep up with them offensively, as Peoria scored more than twice as many goals as the Ice Dogs did during the regular season.
So 5 goals here in this first period. We still got 2 minutes to play. In the own zone there is McAllister. He'll track it down and bring it up to O'Connell. O'Connell, he finds Zupanzik. And it goes out to the neutral zone. Then it flipped into the Ice Dogs bench. And we'll have a face-off along the far wall. With minute 40 to go. Actually, they'll bring it to center. Luke Meyer will take the draw against Crebo. Luke Meyer wins the draw, pushes it forward, but Killian, actually that's Green, Miles Green, gathers it up. And now Kleeman gets it back. Cross-ice pass, finding Bertucci, or Luke Meyer. That was saved.
It's that line again, though, Eric, of Kleeman and Luke Meyer with Bertucci. This is the line that's gotten it done so far. They're going to have to continue to produce for the Ice Dogs.
Luke Meyer was triple-teamed over there. Now Bertucci joins the party. And Luke Meyer trying to dig it out, keep it down low. There's a minute 5 remaining here in the first period. Crebo had a whack at it, and it's brought outside the zone by Bentley Dolan. Dolan with a little steam. Oh, that was close to offsides, but a good no call. Shot and save made by Brueggemann on that lifter there by Dolan.
Fought it off a little bit, but was able to still make the save.
Bertucci will dump it in and head for a change. 42 seconds remaining in the opening period. Peoria with a 3-2 lead, but Ice Dogs have cut it to within 1. There's a shot by Asman, that's blockered aside. And now Green in his own zone will flip it to the near wall where Sackett tries to backhand it outside the zone, unable to at the moment. Asman keeps it in, gets it between the legs of a defender, but then the second attempt was denied by Green.
Yeah, Samuel Fassman had 2 goals in the win yesterday. He was a big part of that 6-5 overtime win.
Now 1 second, and time will wind down. There's a little rough riding going on there between Killian and I think that's Luke Meyer. No, that's Boches, actually. I think that's Blake Boches. Yeah, number 11.
Yeah, a little after the whistle, nothing. That's a big nothing burger, Eric. No calls, no nothing. We'll
Doesn't
go to the
even
second.
elevate to kerfuffle.
No, not even close.
So probably a couple disparaging words exchanged, but we go to the second period, and we are in a 3-2 game here. Ice Dogs trailing 3-2, but got the last goal to cut their deficit to 1. Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawk fans, be sure to catch these upcoming games. Tonight, make sure you put it on the small TV, as Aaron mentioned before. The Maple Leafs come to the United Center to take on the Blackhawks. It's a 6 p.m. puck drop on ESPN Plus and Hulu. And then on Tuesday, the Hawks travel to Utah to take on the Utah Hockey Club. That's an exciting name. 8 p.m. puck drop on Chicago Sports Network. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action. Did they decide their name for next year? I think they were close to doing that.
Well, they wanted to go with the Yeti, but then the mug company Yeti.
They put a nix to that?
They said a no. Yeah, so I don't know what the final decision was.
Hopefully they don't go for the Jazz, so that's
right.
Not geographically appropriate.
It is not. Nobody would do that.
No. All right, so Peoria has come back out on ice here for period number 2 to take their positions. And the Ice Dogs doing the same. 3-2 is our score. It'll be Brewer and Fasman on the draw. Ice Dogs going right to left for period number 2, and the Junior Mustangs left to right. Peoria wins the draw, and immediately inside the zone they go. Sackett centers, tipped on net. Brueggemann makes the save. He doesn't know where it's at. And then it's covered up. Wow, right off the draw. As Peoria.
Yeah, Eric Sackett just one-handed that stick and put the puck on the net.
Yeah.
Really just shoveling it towards the goal. and it turned into a dangerous situation.
Well, you have a player coming down between the circles, so get it in the range and then let them do something with it. Now here's right between the circles, but that one's deflected off the shot from Chris Valusa.
Big next goal here, Eric. If you're the Ice Dog and you can get this thing even at 3, you start to feel pretty good about yourself. And if you're Peoria, you want to reestablish a little bit of dominance here, given what Friday night looked like.
Now flipped over to the near board. It definitely looks like what Peoria is trying to do here is they've come out flying here in the second period to start. Ice Dogs haven't had a chance in the Peoria zone as of yet, but we're still early. We're only 1 minute into this opening second period. Up ice, Cherry. Centering attempt, McAllister will have to go after it. Now pass to himself along the far wall, goes over to the near wall now. Is it going to come outside the zone? No, nice keep in there by Wally. Backhanded, Sackett trying to get it inside the zone. Crebo will pick up the puck, has it stripped, and Peoria gets it back. Once more, it's Wally. Wally has the puck stripped. And now Lukemeyer will bring it up. Lukemeyer, top of the near circle, stops, loses the handle, and then it's deflected back towards the goal, but then it's picked up by Crebo. Crebo with a drop pass, shot, and a save off the shot of O'Connell. Good job there by Brueggemann. That was a nice drop pass by Crebo to O'Connell. But Brueggemann was ready for it.
Crebo's done a nice job setting up his teammates here so far today. Doesn't have a goal yet, but a couple of helpers.
That puck rung off the glass, stopped by Green. Crebo gets it back, loses it. Now Kleeman. Kleeman will slow it down as he'll head off for a change. So that top line, Lukemeyer, Bertucci, and Kleeman hop to the bench. Here's Green. Over on the far side, that ripped on net, and making the save is Brueggemann, dumps it off over to Channel.
You gotta be careful with those dumps there like that, Eric.
Yeah.
Dropped it right in front of his own crease.
Back inside the zone is Brewer, poked away, however. Nice job by Panfil. And it goes over into that near corner.
Dennis Panfil, number 90 for the Ice Dogs, very good defenseman.
Damon Channel gets it over to Panfil. Panfil in the far corner tries to get it up ice, but it's picked off. Shot, blocker, save made by Brueggemann, and then he tries to pin it up against that left side, the right side of the net. And he's able to get the whistle. We'll have a face-off to the right of Jack Brueggemann now, down 10:51 to go in period 2. 3-2 lead for Peoria.
Peoria's turned it on here a little bit in this second period, Eric. First really 4 minutes so far have all been down to our right here.
Peoria wins the draw, cross-ice pass. Shot deflected, doesn't get on net. That one off the stick of Chris Valusi. Brendan Chris Valusi. Here's Zarnik. Zarnik stick handling, gets it over to the far circle. Shot, it's trickling, almost rolled in.
Yeah, that broke through Goraya.
I think that was Bernardini with the shot. Now he gets it in that far corner, tried to push it towards the crease, but it was taken away by McAllister. Well, Peoria trying to clear the zone. Ice Dogs get it between the circles, backhander on net, and a save made by Goraya.
Yeah, Bernardini again, Eric.
Well, Goraya with a couple nice saves there. Now out to center. Chasing after it will be Plaskett, Avery Plaskett. Peoria, and Dolan dumps it down. Up ice from McAllister, stolen away, however. Fasman dumps it into the near corner. Up ice they go. That's going to be an icing call against Peoria with 9:35 to go. So now you're starting to see an answer from the Ice Dogs after Peoria had kind of dominated play in the opening parts of this second period. the Ice Dogs have kind of found their legs here in period number 2, and now they have their top line out there.
I think what you're seeing is a little bit of confidence from the Ice Dogs as they got down big against the Mustangs on Friday night. It's been a different story here today, and you're starting to see them play with a lot more confidence than they did previously.
Behind his own net, Miles Green. Now Kleeman tries to poke the puck away. Green will have to retreat and go the other way. Sidesteps Bertucci, and then a pass up ice they go. Here comes Crebo. Crebo inside, nice stick handling move, backhand score. Oh, that was pretty. That was a pretty goal. Blake Crebo with a nice feed there from Jordan Sackett, and Crebo able to finish on the backhander.
That was a hard drive by Crebo, and he had been the one setting up his teammates here in the early going arc. He got in deep and just lifted that backhand up over the glove side of Jack Brueggemann, and it gives Peoria that 2-goal lead back.
So just as the Ice Dogs were gaining some momentum, now here is Cherry. Has his pocket picked, and it's dumped outside to the neutral zone where Killian will retreat. Cross-ice pass to his deep partner, Green. Green will carry the mail in along the near wall and dump it down low. Crebo with a tapper, the Sackett touches it in.
Rapid fire offense
Wow.
here, Eric. 2 goals in less than a minute.
For Jordan Sackett, that's goal number 2. And the second goal here in the second period. And now Peoria's jumped out to a 5-2 lead, and just like that.
Yeah, the Ice Dogs all of a sudden, they're not playing. They certainly have not played a bad hockey game tonight. A lot better defensively, certainly better offensively, but maybe just too much Mustangs.
Yeah. And there's a high-powered offense, and like you said, it's fast. It's fast-moving. Here they come again. Shot doesn't get through from McAllister, but then he'll ring it along the near wall. And who's going to get there first? It's Wally tries to keep in. Swanson will throw it to the far wall. Avery Plaskett will have to track it down, gets it out to the neutral zone. But then Brewer whacking away there. The secondary line for Peoria also keeps the play going as well.
Yeah, they've got multiple players who can get the job done offensively, and that makes them very, very hard to compete against.
Oh, there's one of them. O'Connell tried to backhand it off of Brueggemann, and then waiting to pick up the loose change. There's another shot. That one goes wide. Waiting out front was Bentley Wally. Now Crebo's back out there.
It feels like there's 7 Mustangs out there right now against 5 Ice Dogs, Eric.
Like 5 Crebos. Crebo behind the net to O'Connell. And then thrown, and it sneaks through. O'Connell puts it past Brueggemann, and it's now 6-2. And this one's getting away from the Ice Dogs as O'Connell pockets his second goal.
Getting out of hand in a hurry. That's 3 goals in about 4 minutes here, not even for the Peoria Junior Mustangs. And we just came out of this saying how much better the Ice Dogs looked than they did last night, but you look up and the score is almost identical, and I think that speaks more to the play of the Mustangs than anything that the Ice Dogs are doing poorly today, because as I said, the Ice Dogs look like a more confident team here tonight than what we saw on Friday, but you look up, the score's the same.
That puck carried in off sides by the Mustangs. If I'm head coach Ralph Minotti, I would have called the timeout after that goal to give the Mustangs a 4-goal lead. I know you want to save it to when you're closer, but you need to reel in the troops here.
Got to slow things down a little bit. Still plenty of time, and we got a game and a half, or a period and a half left to play, but you got to get one here soon and figure out a way to keep Peoria off the board the rest of the game.
Behind the net goes Boches. Now Peoria will pick it up, and they'll move forward. Dolan stick handling, backhands it, goes behind the net. Who's going to get there first? That's going to be Bernardini. But Peoria keeps it in again. Ice Dogs just can't get it outside the zone for the moment. And now they will.
I think that the big issue here, Eric, is that even if the Ice Dogs are able to figure out a way to put 5 more goals on the board to get to that 7 number, are they going to be able to keep Peoria at 6?
Yeah.
And that's really the hard part here, is that this offense for the Mustangs is just so talented that the Ice Dogs, even if they figure something out offensively, have got to play perfectly defensively the rest of the way.
All they can worry about right now is getting the next one, though, and they have a defensive zone draw to kind of figure things out.
Now, there is no 4-goal goal.
No.
Just like there's no 5-run home run, right? You got to get 1 before you can get 4.
Sackett pushes it forward and tries to carry it inside the zone. Doesn't get there, but Peoria will have another whack at it. Brendan Crisfalusi up ice now to Sackett. Cross ice pass finding Cherry. Cherry along the near wall. Cherry will go behind the net looking to center. Gets it up high to the near point. Cross ice pass to McAllister, but it comes outside the zone. Crisfalusi will have to spin around. And just off sides were the Mustangs as Brewer touches that one up. We'll have a neutral zone face-off along the near wall, just outside the Ice Dog zone. 6-2 in favor of Peoria. 5:58 to go in period 2. Shots on the big board, 15-10 in favor of Peoria, but the big score is 6-2. Bochas will carry it forward along the near wall. He overskated it, and then Wally picks up the loose change and throws it to the far corner where Killian will bring it. Killian will stop, spin, change direction. Kind of mishandling it there. Had his pocket picked. Was doing a good job down there. I think that's Kleeman. And Kleeman battling with Killian. And here's a breakaway for Wally, but then getting back and doing a good job defensively and almost punched it into the net.
Hunter Swanson, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost kicked it into his own goal playing defense.
But he had to get there to break up the rush by Brewer.
Just as a reminder, if this game ends the way it currently is, the Mustangs would take on the number 3 seed Rockford Roadrunners on March 9th. If the Ice Dogs are able to somehow come back and win this one, they'll play again tomorrow evening.
Killian from the far point. That one does not get through. Avery Plaskett's able to stop it. And now Dunford will bring it up. Dunford tried to shoot that one on net, never got there. And it goes behind where Green will play it. Try and flip it up ice, trying to get it to the neutral zone. Avery Plaskett with the keep in. Now between the circle, here's a chance, shot! And that one goes wide. The rebound was loose, but Dunford couldn't get a stick on it. And Peoria immediately brings it outside the zone. Puck is intercepted. Brought in top of the near circle. McAllister between the circles. Or no, that's O'Connell. Stick handling. That thing's like on a string for O'Connell.
He's already got 2.
Yeah. Here come the Ice Dogs the other way, but Brewer intercepts. Brewer stick handling. Backhanded in the zone by Dunford as he heads for a change. Forlenza lost a glove. That'll lay on the ice in the center ice circle.
If a stick on the ice is called dead wood, what do you call a glove?
A glove on the ice.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. All right, that works.
Yeah. I didn't have anything clever for you there.
Yeah, I sprung it on you.
Yeah. Face-off will be to the right of Ismail Garaya. Hasn't faced a ton, but there was a stretch there in that first period where he did, and the Ice Dogs cut their deficit to 1. But it's been a heavy dose of Peoria on Jack Brueggemann here to our right.
Yeah, 3-goal first for Peoria, 3-goal second. The difference is the Ice Dogs have not gotten any of their own here in the second period.
Brewer has the puck roll off his stick, but coming back to is Zupanzik to recover. Now he'll circle in the far corner behind the net. 2 players for Peoria behind the net. Doesn't matter though, as they're able to get that to Crisfalusi with the shot. And fanning on it in that far corner is Fasman. Kept in by Peoria once more. Pushed up ice by Steininger. Peoria keeps it in again. Stick handling. It goes behind the net. Ice Dogs still trying to get it out. And unable to. Oh, and then a shove there. That's going to be our first penalty. That'll be on McAllister. And McAllister hits his own player.
That's not a penalty, though.
No.
Might not want you don't want to do it, but it's allowed, I suppose.
Yeah. So McAllister hits an Ice Dog and a Junior Mustang, and he thinks he's going to his bench.
Right, yeah, wrong door, young man.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh no, it's going to be Channel. Yeah, even the penalty box people were confused as they had the box open initially for Peoria.
I don't think that's right. Or if it is, it should be offsetting. And McAllister is going to the box, so they gave both players the penalty. Or is he being released?
Released for good behavior?
Yeah, I don't know.
Literally, because he
Still
didn't
trying
do
to-
anything wrong?
Yeah, so if they're going in the zone, then yeah, there shouldn't be an Ice Dog in the box. I thought McAllister was definitely the one for roughing, but
Well, it looks like
no, they give
Channel's
them
staying
both.
out there, yeah.
All right. And then, so it'll be
5-on-5.
offsetting penalty, still 5-on-5, or coincidental, as they say in hockey. Let's do that, hockey. Crebo, I guess it's a matter of how much time did they give him. Was it just 2 minutes? Was it 5? It didn't. I mean, it didn't look
feel
like a 10.
it didn't feel like a 5-minute or a
We'll see.
misconduct type situation.
It's 3:18 when the penalty started, and so they're asking to put 2 minutes each for each player. But it's still 5 aside.
They don't need to do that if it's
Yeah.
5 aside.
3:18 to go in the second. 6-2 lead for Peoria. And we're waiting for the officials to get things started. Crebo will take the draw against Luke Meyer. Crebo wins, but then they're going to whistle that one dead. They'll do it again. So one more time we go.
We'll get the second period started eventually here.
Luke Meyer wins the draw. Luke Meyer pushing it forward. He's taken down. And then a stick being held. And now Bertucci. Bertucci fires. Glove save made by Garaya. Up ice they go. Here's Crebo. Crebo has been creating all game long. He goes down. No call.
Yeah, he was going with some speed and I think just an accidental collision there, so no call.
Bertucci to Kleeman. He did a nice job of pausing and waiting for Kleeman to get clear. Kleeman throws it onto Garay, who makes the save. He saw that one all the way. And then a little
Kerfuffle, you can say it.
Yeah, that was a kerfuffle there. As in the crease was Brendan Bertucci trying to, and that's a way to do it. It's like get to the net, maybe agitate the goalie and draw the attention of the defenders, and maybe you can get one of your players loose. Faceoff will be to the left of Ismail Garaya. In the dot will be Samuel Fasman. Ice Dogs win the draw. Avery Sackett tries to dump it down low, but it comes loose.
That's going to end up being no. They're not going to call that a hand pass.
O'Connell passing Brewer. Brewer stick handling and goes wide. The wraparound attempt. Oh my God, Brueggemann just wedged it.
Yeah, back up against the post.
Yeah.
And the Peoria Peoria, the coaches, I guess, in the stands wanted a penalty there, but that was the skater cutting through the crease and tripping over the goalie, and then the tuck on the far side, but Brueggemann did a nice job holding that post with his back.
Shot between the circles there from Chris Valusi, and an easy glove save made by Brueggemann. Face off to the right of Brueggemann.
This has been an incredibly long, about 55 seconds here.
Yeah, it's come to a crawl here in these final minutes of the second period. I'm sure the Ice Dogs don't mind that. And up ice they go. That is Brandon Spring trying to bring it in the zone, but Peoria goes the other way. Cross ice pass was deflected, and then Spring gathers it up and pushes it down the seam. Trying to break through there was Forlenza. Forlenza gets it back, throws it behind the net.
Penalty here on Peoria coming up, Eric.
Now Dunford. Dunford in the near corner. Backhands it towards the net to Spring, but they're going to say Peoria got a touch there, and that'll activate the penalty on Peoria, as it looks like Wally's heading to the box. Yeah? No?
There was a trip on that far side of the ice, or a hook, rather, on that far side of the ice. So
no, it's on Chris Falusi. Brendan Chris Falusi will take the penalty.
Chance here for the Ice Dogs to get one before the end of the period.
I think this is our first power play, actual power play.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a pretty well-played game, clean game.
Luke Meyer on the draw. Plaskett trying to keep in along the near boards. Oh, it got deflected, and Boches overskated it for a moment. Now back to the far point. Panfill. That one deflected off of Dolan. A very active start to this power play for the Ice Dogs, and they could use it. Here's Boches in the far corner. Tried to center it between the circles. A good job defensively there by Brentley Dolan. Now Boches gets it back behind the net. He overskates it once more. Dolan, actually no, that one's Killian now. Killian and Boches battling, and they've had a few meet-ups here along the boards. It's dug out by the Ice Dogs. Centering attempt was a little strong. Here's Plaskett with the flip shot, and that was easily tracked by Ismail Garaya. So a lot of puck movement there, not a whole lot of chances, and then the one that does come was easily tracked by Garaya. Minute 7 on the power play for the Ice Dogs. 59 seconds to go in the second period. And yeah, it only was a 2-minute penalty on our combatants, so they're already out of the box. Chris Falusi still has a minute 7 to serve on the penalty. Fasman wins the draw. Gets it to Channel, gets the shot, never gets through. And Peoria will bring it up along the near boards. Here's Green. Green over the blue line, near circle. Green circling behind the net, looking for a centering opportunity. Tries to get it up ice, has the puck taken away, and thrown over to the near corner. Nice keep in there by O'Connell. Now Channel will push it up ice. Channel over to Forlenza. Outside the zone they go. Now Steininger to Channel. Channel will dump. Green behind his own net. Bertucci trying to dig away at that puck. Krebo's in there. So's Fasman. Krebo comes out with it and flips it up the ice into the neutral zone. Down to 10 seconds on the power play, and what do we got here?
Got an offsides with 1.3 seconds left.
All right. Of course we do.
Yes.
Still 9 seconds on the power play for the Ice Dogs, but we're going to have a center ice draw, and that'll tick off the time here in the second period. And the Peoria Junior Mustangs will head into period 3 with a 6-2 lead. And 1 period away from heading to the United Center on March 9th to take on Rockford in the 12U championship game in the Premier Select Division. Chicago Blackhawks want to let you know that registration is now open for the Chicago Blackhawks 2025 youth summer camps. Camps are being held for boys and girls ages 6 through 13 on June 9th through 13th and July 28th through August 1st at the Blackhawks practice facility, Fifth Third Arena in Chicago. Also at Fifth Third, we are proud to present our all-girls camp Big Strides, designed for ages 12 through 18, the week of June 23rd through 27th. All camps are full day. Players will participate in 2 on-ice practices and 2 hours of off-ice activities. Full equipment and basic comprehension of skating is required. For more information and to register, please visit NHL.com/Blackhawks/amateur/hockey-camps. And Aaron, NIHL's best flow is over.
It's over. I didn't win.
No, you didn't win. No. I didn't win.
It's
Nobody won.
My 4th year in a row not winning this competition.
Yeah, probably because you're not eligible. Neither am I. But
right.
That's neither here nor there.
They need to have a broadcasters category next year.
Yeah, and we'd both lose.
Yes.
Each season, this is a fun celebration of the best hockey here in the league. There's always great enthusiasm for this annual event among players and the fans who vote for their favorite flow. The players who represented their team and won the contest this year were in squirt, the Chicago Hawks A5. In Pee Wee, the Chicago Hawks A3. Shout out to Chicago Hawks for their salad game. Lettuce game. Bantam, Chicago Blues A2, and then College Junior Prep, Rockford Roadrunners 18U. They all won prizes for their teams and for themselves. Prizes this season were sponsored by Jerry's Hockey, the Northern Illinois Hockey League, Chicoche University, and Culver's. Thank you, players and team managers, for another excellent year of NIHL's best flow. We're back at it. Power play is over, but teams are back at full strength. Ice Dogs digging it out behind the net, trying to get it over to Plaskett. And then they'll throw it in the circle. We have a Peoria player. That was Green who lost his stick. Now he'll be able to gather it up. Fasman brings it in, drops it back. Kept in by Plaskett. That's deflected, but it goes over to the near corner off the stick of Green, who just received his twig back. Up ice, Killian has his pass intercepted by Bertucci, and now Green. Things getting a little physical here early on in period number 3, as Ice Dogs will have a level of desperation. Bertucci along with McAllister. McAllister with a little spring in the step there is able to outrace Bertucci and bring the puck forward. Now McAllister still inside the zone. Stick handling. Drops it behind to Crebo. Crebo will circle. And fires a shot and a glove save. That time you can tell Brueggemann was waiting for it. He's able to glove it on the shot from Crebo. It'll be an offensive zone face-off for Peoria with 12:44 to go in period 3. And the Junior Mustangs holding a 6-2 lead over the Ice Dogs.
Yeah, if you're the Junior Mustangs, just play solid defense, hold your position, don't take any chances, don't pinch unnecessarily. You get back, collapse in front of your goaltender, and then play again on March 9th.
That is a solid plan. Crebo brought it on net. Brueggemann able to deny. And thrown over to the near boards. Ice Dogs need to get it up ice in a hurry, and they will. Here's Bochus. Bochus with the self-pass. Centering attempt, and that one's deflected into the near corner. Brought off the boards by Fasman. He loses the handle, and that's McAllister again. Up ice they go, missing connection with Green, and it's immediately thrown out of zone by Camden Abrams. Zupanzik, stick handles, loses the handle, and out to the neutral zone. McAllister. Time on the side of Peoria as that pass misses connection with Dolan, but they're going to say it's deflected, so no icing. Behind the net, centering attempt comes out top, and Brueggemann able to deny the chance there from Bentley Dolan. Brueggemann's looked very sharp here in the early going of period 3. He's going to have to, as they are chasing a 4-goal deficit, are the Ice Dogs.
Yeah, it was a nice save by Brueggemann, who's played pretty well. He's given up 6, but he's been facing some in-close, tight. There's another glove save by him. So he's made some good saves today. He's played well, but again, this Mustangs team just they're a complete team offensively and defensively, and
yeah.
I mean, they're showing why they and the team that's up next, the Ice Dogs, or excuse me, they're showing why they are the cream of this 12U crop, so to speak.
Right. Play in the far corner. Peoria digs it out. Centering attempt does not connect, so they'll have a second stab at it here. Backhander lifts it, and that goes over the net. That off the stick of Jordan Sackett. And now picking up the loose change, Anthony Forlenza. Cross-ice pass finding Spring. Spring has his pocket pick as Miles Green will take it. Carries it in the zone. Sackett to the right. Sackett to the left. Green behind the net. Centers it to Sackett. Tries to punch it through and unable to. But Green with the keeper. Spin around. Throws it on net. Brueggemann stops it and then falls on it to cover up with 10:54 to go.
Yeah, every shift that the Mustangs are able to keep the Ice Dogs pinned in their own zone puts them that much closer to the United Center, Eric. And you don't have to collapse in front of your goalie if you're never in your defensive zone. It's a different strategy to use, but it's working.
shots on goal have opened up largely in favor of Peoria. Now it's 22-13.
It was 8-7 at the end of that first period, Eric.
Krebo trying to backhand center, but does not get through. And that's going to be played by Nathaniel Zarnik out to the neutral zone, recovered by Chris Velusi. Chris Velusi over the blue line between the circles. Shot! And a nice blocker save made by Brueggemann. Over to the far wall. Ice Dogs trying to get something generated here. Here's Bernardini. He's got a little space along the far wall, or near wall. Centering attempt, trying to find someone home, but the Ice Dogs either made some changes or were slow to entering. And he was the only one in that zone for a while. Now carried over by Bertucci. Or actually, that's Panfill. Panfill stick handling. Panfill tries to center. That's blocked. Krebo picks up the puck and eludes Bertucci and heads up ice. Krebo. Oh,
it's offside.
That was offsides, no call. That was well offsides by O'Connell. I don't know how they missed that one. But that's going to be nullified now anyways as the Ice Dogs bring it out. Here's Kleeman. Kleeman, Bertucci to his left. Now Bertucci will gather in with a 4-player pileup. Now 5 players in that corner. Dug out. And Matthew Green, or Miles Green, will take possession. Up ice pass trying to connect with Brewer. Along the near wall. Ice Dogs try and flip it out, and they do. Killian to Green. Green along the far wall. Cuts to the center. Green gets it back. Shoot! That one goes wide of the left post. Back to Killian at the near point. Cross ice to Green at the far point. Slapper. That one does not get through. It's laying in front, however. Oh, and then Brueggemann spun out of his net, but is able to recover. Anxious moment there for the Ice Dogs. They trailing by 4 with 8:35 to go here in the third period. It's win or go home, and that one's flipped on net. And a save made by Brueggemann.
So the Ice Dogs in that first period, Eric, they playing with a lot of confidence. They were able to beat Ismail Garaya twice, and you felt, all right, well, you know, maybe they're starting to get comfortable playing against this this Mustangs team. But these last 2 periods have just been, and again, it's like we saw in the last game with Rockford, Eric. It's just complete domination defensively against the opposition. Obviously, they're playing well enough offensively to have scored 6 goals, but this has been an incredibly impressive defensive performance by the Junior Mustangs here over the last 2 periods.
They're just a fast team, and they're structurally sound too. As Panfill pushes that towards the net, got a shot off, but that's steered into the far corner by Garaya. But yeah, I mean, there's so much quickness both on the offensive and defensive end that there's not a whole lot of space for the Ice Dogs. Centering attempt picked off by Krebo. We haven't called his name enough. As he pushes that one forward. Over the blue line, carrying it in. Cherry will circle behind the net, waiting for the defenseman to join the party as the puck taken away. But it comes to Krebo, who tries to wrap around and hit that far post. And then the referee lost sight of it and blew the whistle.
Hit the post twice, Eric.
Yeah.
Krebo with the shot broke through Brueggemann. It off the post. It came back. It hit the back of Brueggemann, bounced back off the post, and then he was able to cover up. And it was a quick whistle because that puck came out as soon as that whistle was blown.
So you're saying that was a double doink?
Double doink,
All right, double doink in hockey. You can have them there.
Yeah.
Face off, Green at the far point. That one does not get through.
The result is the same, no points.
Right. Green following after it. Now Spring will pass it up. And here's Dunford. Dunford, but a quick recovery by Green. That's what we're talking about. That speed to backtrack and recover on defense is impressive. As Dunford, it looked like he had a good opportunity there, but he was tracked down by Green in a hurry. 7:04 to go, 6-2 lead for Peoria. Killian spinning around, loses possession, but O'Connell's there to pick up the puck, bring it forward. Dunford battling, then Green gets it back. Now Luke Meyer brings it in to Spring. Spring chasing it, but you have two light blue jerseys pinching in and able to gain possession. Now here comes Peoria going the other way. Up ice is Brewer. Brewer stick handles, goes wide, throws it on net, steered into the far corner by Brueggemann. Now Dolan, or Bentley Wally.
Bad giveaway there by the Ice Dogs.
Wally up high, shot by McAllister, goes wide of the left post. Crebo will keep it in along that far wall. And then spinning out of it is O'Connell. O'Connell behind the net. O'Connell stick handling. Loses possession.
Yeah, you got to go deep there. Got to cycle that one deep if you're O'Connell. He tried to pass it back to the point. It got tipped away. Just dump it deep.
Yeah.
You got a 4-goal lead here in the third. The further away the puck is from your goal, the better.
Here's Forlenza backhander and a save made by Garaya on the giveaway. A rare giveaway by the defense of the Mustangs. The Ice Dogs would look to capitalize, but your best defenseman is usually your goalie, and that time for Garaya was. And now a backhand shot onto Brueggemann, and Brueggemann's able to cover up, but we're down to 5.5 minutes to go with a 4-goal lead for Peoria. 5.5 minutes away from going to the United Center. It looks like Peoria will call the timeout.
So, take a breather,
yeah.
Maybe just, talk about, what the strategy is here going forward. You're not taking any unnecessary chances. If, you have the opportunity to go back to the point or cycle it in deep, you cycle it in deep every single time.
Yeah, that maybe, just kind of clean some things up here from some missed opportunities. NIHL regular standings determine the qualifiers, and now we are in the 2025 NIHL Blackhawks tournament. Keep your eye on the NIHL.info website and the NIHL Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for news about upcoming broadcasts of NIHL Blackhawks tournament games. We have one more coming your way. That is at 6:25-ish. 6:25-ish. It'll be the Ice Dogs taking on North Shore Hockey Club.
For the third time in 3 days.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Each team pitched a shutout in their respective wins.
So one more crack at it for these two teams. Ice Dogs against North Shore Hockey Club. The winner in that will go to the United Center. And they're going to take on, who are they taking on?
I'm pulling that up right now. Funny you should ask.
Yeah.
They'll be taking on the Peoria Junior Mustangs.
Peoria Junior Mustangs.
The top seed Mustangs dispatched the 4th seed Stallions in 2 games.
So another Peoria juggernaut. That one thrown on net, and that one blockered aside by Brueggemann. And now a pile up behind the net. That one trying to backhand it off the back of Brueggemann. That was the play there from Bentley Dolan. But Forlenza carries it inside the Peoria zone. Now that one rings off the dasher. Will Green will track it down the far corner. Gets it up ice to Zupanzik. Now here's Bentley Dolan. Dolan will go wide between the circles, stops, flips it, sails over the crossbar.
Yeah, Eric, shots are almost 3-1 since the end of the first period. 20-7 here in the last period and a half in favor of the Junior Mustangs. So they figured it out. It took them a little while to get their offense and their defense rolling together, but they figured it out once that second period started.
Up ice goes Green. Miles Green loses the handle. And now here's Beam. Beam 1-on-2 between the circles. And good defensive job there by, I believe that was Killian.
Hard to tell because he was laying on his back.
Yeah. Beam and Killian going at it. And then we have a whistle. As we have an offsides against Peoria. .4:14 to go. Dumped in by McAllister. Rung around to the far wall. Now Avery Sackett tries to punch it through. Peoria digs it out. They'll go behind the net over to the near wall. And a setup there for Sackett. Avery Plaskett, sorry. Jordan Sackett, Avery Plaskett. You had to have them both on the ice at the same time to trip up this broadcaster.
You worked through it.
Yeah. Trying to whiteboard this for everyone. So there's two players with similar last names. Here's Brewer on the draw for Peoria. Against Fasman, Avery Plaskett gained possession and pushed it up ice, but it's kept in by Peoria. And then out to the neutral zone. Bocha's stick being tucked by Cherry there.
Yeah, after Boch just knocked Cherry down.
Yeah. So a little give and take.
Yeah.
Referees saw that and said, yeah, we'll let that go.
And I'm fine with that. We talked about that, I think, in the last game, Eric. I mean, this playoff hockey, you got to call the things that are blatant, things that directly impact the outcome of that particular play. But put the whistles away a little bit. Let them play. Don't let it get out of hand, but let them play. That
puck deflected down, and Guraya had to change directions to cover that one up. And holds on for the faceoff with 3:07 to go. Ice Dogs not going quietly in the night here. They want to at least pocket another goal and just make things a little bit interesting. Might run out of time here, but you don't want to give up the effort. Shot deflected into the near corner. Peoria tracks it down. That's Killian. Takes it over to Green. Yeah, Green and Killian, that's quite the defensive pairing. They've shut things down.
Yep.
Inside the zone. Wally over to Crebo. Crebo up ice. And we get oh, wow.
It looked like O'Connell dragged that right toe, but the official doesn't think so.
That's a makeup for the one that was a clear offsides on O'Connell. But we'll have a face-off outside the Ice Dog zone along the far boards with 2:41 to go. Shots on goal 28-14 now in favor of Peoria. 6-2 on the big board, Peoria. O'Connell to Crebo. It rolls off his stick. Ice Dogs will carry it forward. Panfill being guarded there by Killian. Keeps it down low. Centered right on the doorstep, and it just goes wide as Dunford had a great opportunity there. His stick might have got tied up a little bit, but a beautiful play there by Panfill. Now O'Connell buries it. That's what Peoria does. They go the other way, and he pockets that one in the top left shelf.
It's the hat trick.
A hattie for Joseph O'Connell.
And defense to offense, Eric. We've seen it all day from the winning teams. And again, the Ice Dogs didn't play badly today, but this is a very impressive Peoria Junior Mustangs team. Just too much offensively, too much defensively, and it's a 5-goal game.
That's only the first goal of the third period, and that's coming with just under 2 minutes remaining. But there's still been a lot of opportunities for Peoria. And play in the near corner. Now we get a whistle. And we're going to get a tripping call.
We couldn't tell through the fans standing in the way, but yeah, it looks like that's what we're going to get.
And it's going to be a late penalty. Palms up coming from Leo Steininger, so it looks like Steininger will go to the box for a tripping call. So at this point, with a 5-goal lead for Peoria, it's not going to change the outcome of the game, but does give the Peoria another chance to add on. Brewer on the draw. Now Crebo. And we're going to get a penalty, an interference call, and that might go on Brewer. Actually, that was Zupanzik who was trying to wind up for the shot, not Crebo. But it's Brewer who's going to get the interference call, so the power play is negated 10 seconds in. Only 1:30 remaining in the
We talk
game.
about all the stuff that they let go, and then they call 2 penalties in a 10-second span in a 5-goal game with 90 seconds left. I mean,
they're cracking down here in the final 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Not on my watch, you don't. Face off inside the Peoria zone. Bochus with the shot at deflect off his own player Bernardini. Goes over to the near wall. That's going to be carried out by Dolan. Nice stick handling by Dolan. Dolan coming in, shooting in a glove save. That was a pretty save.
Yeah.
Brueggemann making that save on that nice rush by Dolan as he was able to elude defenders at the blue line, come in. A little bit of a tough angle, but still a good shot and an even better save by Brueggemann.
Yeah, we're going to play with a running clock here for the final minute. 5-goal lead in the third period.
Yeah, they just realized that.
Yep.
Killian tries to dump it down low, but Fasman got in the way of that one. Stretch pass. Fasman trying to get it across over to Bertucci. Bertucci and Green battling along the far wall as we're down to 26 seconds remaining. And it's dug out by Fasman. Fasman has the puck knocked off his stick. It's going to go outside the zone, or Abrams will try and throw it cross ice. And carried in by Hansen. Swanson loses the handle. 5 seconds. And time's going to wind down on the Ice Dogs season. It was a good season, but the #1 seed Peoria Junior Mustangs.
Yeah, they showed, Eric. They showed they're going to be a tough team to beat. It's going to be a fun game at the United Center on March 9th between these Junior Mustangs and the Rockford Roadrunners. We saw some really good defense from those two teams.
Yeah.
You wonder if maybe the offensive firepower of the Junior Mustangs will be the difference in that game on March 9th. They both play good defense, but there's not another offense in this league that matches up with what we saw from the Mustangs here this weekend.
No, that's very true. But it's a one game. It's not a series. It's for one game. So we'll see what happens. So good luck to Rockford and good luck to the Peoria Junior Mustangs in the 12U Premier Select Championship at the United Center on March 9th. That'll do it for Game 3. Game 4 will be coming your way in about 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes. That'll be the Ice Dogs taking on North Shore Hockey Club in the Bantam 14U Premier Select semifinal, as they will have a chance to face off against Peoria in the championship game at the United Center on March 9th as well. For my partner Aaron Schellen, cameraman Curtis Willowhite, this is Eric Willowhite saying so long for now. We'll see you in a few minutes